finally, let's take a look at 4e. In 4e, this time, let's show it with a table of values and a graph like we did in class. So if I use a table of values, I'm going to find a way to work with the left-hand side first. So I'll say x and y. And I'm going to work with some x values that will generate something that becomes close to negative 5.5. So x, I could have, let's say x is 0, 1, and 2, and let's just see what happens with that. So if I use this, 2 times 0 is 4. So 3 minus, I said 2 times 0 is 4, that's not true. 3 minus 2 times 0 is like saying 3 minus 0. So that gives us 3. 3 minus 2 times 1 is like saying 3 minus 2, which is 1. 3 minus 2 times 2 is like saying 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. Now this is good. I'm on the path. I'm going towards negative numbers. So let's look at some other x values and see what happens. 3 minus 2 times 3. That's 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 3 minus 2 times 4 is 3 minus 8, which is negative 5. And 3 minus 2 times 5 is 3 minus 10, which is negative 7. And of course the pattern continues getting smaller by 2, so that must be negative 9. So I know my answer is going to be somewhere in here, where x is between 4 and 5. If I graph this, just carefully sketching here, I have my x's are positive, my y's are positive and negative. You know what? I'm going to move that line a little bit over, perhaps over here, and I'm going to draw my horizontal axis over here, because most of my action is going to happen in this bottom right hand corner. X is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And y is going from, it's going to work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just off my screen, but that's okay. So I'm going to say that this, each block is 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. Okay, so that allows me to plot each of my points. So I've got 0 and 3, 1 and 1, 2 and negative 1, 3 and negative 3, 4 and negative 5, 5 and negative 7, 6 and negative 9. That's just off my screen. But that's okay, because I'm looking for a line that just crosses the line that's at negative 5.5. And that seems to happen somewhere between 4 and 4.5. Looks to me like x would be 4.25, or 4 1/4. Now let's see what happens when we solve it and find t exactly. I guess that would be t. Now when we find t exactly. So we've got the equation. We need to get rid of this 3, so we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. That leaves me with negative 2t equals negative 8.5. And if I divide both sides by negative 2, I get t is equal to negative over negative, so that's going to be a positive answer. And 8.5 divided by 2, hey, it turns out to be exactly the same thing. T is equal to 4 1/4, 4.25. Excellent. See you tomorrow.